Good evening. Hello. Good evening, people, and welcome. Welcome into this crazy world of developing games. Because actually, it is a bit of a crazy world, huh? It is a bit. It is a bit. Are we ready? Yeah, I think we're ready. I think we are. I'm here. I'm here and alive. Alive and kicking. Oh, we have a picture of the day, which is actually an unreal picture. Wow, you can see it by the trees for sure. The trees are definitely better than the old game. Also, a bit of the overall light, yeah, you know, are better. Those two falcons are there since ever. Eh? They're still there. I think it's a nice screenshot. That part of the city is different now, I think, but it's not bad. It's not bad. So it was probably loaded more than a year ago, I guess. Interesting. Hello, Fanner. Welcome. Hello, Hula. Welcome. Bienvenue. And tonight we're gonna build. We're gonna build secret stuff. Do you like secret stuff? I know you like secret stuff. I know. I know. 1 second. I'm changing this. Changing the music. Changing the music. I was finishing some stuff. I have to move some of the I have to move some pages to another location in the main server because they are not really used. No idea what is this stuff. So I'm moving some stuff away. I think the rest I need. Just to clean up a bit the pages. But it should be okay. So we cleaned pretty much everything, right? Well, we cleaned a lot. We cleaned a lot. Pum 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 pum. I don't know if the other ones are used. I have no idea. Okay, let me just see if with this change my chart page is still working, because at the end it is what I need. Okay, still working. Okay, nice. So I think we can start. You love secret stuff, huh? Secret stuff. So the idea is to have some locations on the map which are related to the history of the world, right? The history of the land, the history of the universe. And I want to create a pattern or a style, you know, Can be an architectural style, can be colors, that when you see them you immediately know what is it. Okay. So yesterday we did some tests, and I did more tests today. I mean, like in the last half hour or so. So I did some more tests of potential shapes, potential shapes that can be interesting to have in kind of a secret location. Now, I have to admit that this metal material, even if it's very nice when it's in small quantities like here, it starts to be a bit annoying in very large, when there is a large surface, right? So I don't think we will use it. I don't think we will use it in such a big, with such a big surface. But it was just an idea to say, can I create something, We started from the Zeppelin, right? The Zeppelin 1. And the idea was, can I create something that is strange enough, And obviously, we can use different colors. I mean, the metal doesn't have to be always the same. And obviously, the easiest of all is the golden metal, right? That's the easiest of the easiest. So if you want to have, gold and stone, usually you see the effect. The effect is pretty good. This is just a random shape. I mean, it doesn't mean that it will stay like this, but it's kind of interesting shape anyway. I think it's an interesting shape. Now, we could have the opposite in theory. We could have the stone in the small pieces and the metal in the major pieces. But I think that like this, it looks very, very, very weird, right? So I don't think we can have something like that. Even if the border of stone is nice, the stone border is anyway cool, but I think that the metal being that much, I think it's not gonna work, right? I don't know, we can try. You can just drag and drop, to do all the tests you want, but I think that much metal doesn't make any good, right? I'm thinking, but I think because this metal is very, very, very polished, right? So it's super polished, and being so polished, I think it works only when you put it in a small area, right? We may have other metal in larger areas, right? As you can see, the reflection is pretty good. Okay. So, what I was thinking, hey, when can we get ideas, of stuff like this? When can we get ideas of stuff like that? There is like interesting geometrical shapes, right? Interesting and weird geometrical shapes. And then I remember that, Paragon, some time ago, released a whole set of environments taken from the game that was never published. To be reused, right? And so I said, why I said, why not? We're going crazy, eh? We are going crazy. And yes, we can check the Paragon stuff. I don't know what is happening. I don't know exactly what is. What I'm doing at the moment is completely random. Okay, so I'm not really doing anything specific. I'm just randomly, you know, trying to see if I can make something good out of these materials or not. Right? That's the only thing that I'm trying to do. I'm trying to understand if I can use any of these materials for anything good. And even if I want to do it, I don't know. I don't even know if I want, but I don't even know. I mean, exclude these two things on the side for a second, okay? But yeah, I'm just trying to understand if this material... I think this material has potential anyway, because the way I see it, you know, the more I see it, and the more I see that with simple stuff we can have anyway an effect which is I mean, it's a bit too much, right? I mean, it's a bit over the top. I mean, this one I think is fine. This one I think is fine. This one is a bit too much in your face, you know? So it's like, you really wanted that, huh? You really wanted that. So that's how it looks, you know? It's like, okay. You really wanted to do something so crazy. But I don't know. I don't know. I think we can use it for something. Okay, so I think that the basic point is that we need more shapes, okay? We need more shapes that we can use to build locations. Now, in terms of shapes, yes, I was saying Paragon, right? Paragon. Okay. Paragon released this level, I mean these pieces, which are the pieces of a level that in theory if we want we can use. Now the first issue with these pieces is that they are insanely stupid polycount as usual. So look at this thing, for example, right? Insanely stupid polycount, but we can decimate. I mean, we can decimate up to a point in which is not, I mean, in which is reasonable. And they are using textures which are stupidly heavy because they have vertex painting, multiple layers, you know, 10 maps per object, so completely crazy. But, you know, maybe some of these pieces could be interesting shapes, right? That we just use. Right? Or we take and modify. I mean, it doesn't mean that I have to use it exactly like this, but I can take, for example, this piece, you know, cut the top and use only the pedestal. This pedestal is very, very nice, for example. I really like this pedestal. I think it's very nice, simple enough, you know, and very nice. We can use it as a pedestal of something and put on top something else. I really, really like it. Really, really like it. The problem is this guy, I think it is, but it is possible to, wait, it is possible to reduce it, you know, to a point where it's actually usable or not. That's the question. That's the question. That's the question. That's what we need to look at, my friends. Where did I put it? I put it in PS Temp. He has 3 LOD. He has 3 LODs on him. The lowest LOD is this one. Unfortunately, it's very destroyed, so cannot really use it. Yeah, these LOD are broken. So we cannot use them. But the original model, which is this one, apart from being an insane amount of polygons for sure, well, I mean yes and no. I mean, I was thinking it was worse than that. You know, it's not too bad. I mean, it's bad, but not so bad, considering anyway we are gonna cut the upper part. It's 4,000 faces. Really? 4,000 faces? It looked like less than 4,000. 4,000 faces? Okay. If I delete this, we are at 1,700 faces, which I think is very reasonable. This pedestal is nice. Very nice. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. I don't know if I agree to the complexity that they added in the lower levels, like there seems to be, you see, like I mean, this one can just close here without, you know. I mean, that's maybe an optimization we can do if we want to do it. I mean, obviously, like, this is nicer, but having that very super small line, you know, is not gonna do really anything. And right? It's just gonna make the model so more complex for nothing. Now the problem, what is a smart way of selecting all of that and killing it? Unfortunately, I think the only way is to select it manually like I'm doing now with control. That is helping you a bit because the control is selecting a loop, but still. So I think, for example, all these faces are completely useless. They are so small and so hidden that I think we can really delete them. Also, there seems to be inner faces that are they will never be used, but still they are here, just because modelers, you know, they don't care. Modelers of real games, they don't care, but we care. Yeah, look at that. Holy. There is a whole bunch of stuff here in the center, which is completely useless. Now, it will be called away, but still the engine needs to calculate it. Needs to understand if it needs to render it or not. So, it's a pure waste of resources, considering you will never show it to the player, right? Unless we do another pedestal, which is open, but I don't think so. Anyway, the stream of today is like, you can also name it artist for a day, okay? So for one day, I will try to be an artist. I mean, I really would like to be an artist, but it's not my thing. I don't know, artists have something, you know, have something special. Artists really have something special. Okay, our only issue now is this, but this can be easily fixed. They can just move up, you know, this wall block, and the problem will disappear. And the result will be pretty much identical. We look slightly more heavy, yes, because now is like this thing going directly into the bottom, but at the same time I think is absolutely acceptable. Also, all the part at the bottom is completely useless unless, you know, unless you really want to have like a ruined version of this where you turn it over, you know, upside down, but I don't think we will. So also all these polygons are completely useless. And all these ones at the bottom as well. I still see a lot of stuff though. What is all of that? There are layers. There are layers over layers over layers of completely useless stuff, right? Yes. Because all these, well, these ones are not too many, I have to say, but all these ones will never be seen. Right? All these ones will never be seen. Yes, exactly. Okay, we cleaned it up. We cleaned it up a bit. I don't want to ruin this shape, so I think on this shape we can probably stay as it is, or maybe we alter it a bit, but There are some weird... there are some weird sharp. And there are also some weird vertexes, like this one, for example. They have no reason to exist as separate vertexes. They really have no reason. I mean, they are pretty much exactly in the same place, and I think these things are modeled in a weird way. I don't know, maybe they are 3D scanned. Maybe they are, you know, maybe it is a 3D scan of something that they created, something that they sculpted. Or maybe it's something that they created like in ZBrush, and then which was super high poly, and then they tried to reduce it, but while reducing it, I mean, they didn't really reduce it properly, right? Now, I think we are fucking up a bit the UV. I'm aware of that. I'm aware of that. So mainly in this one, I think we need to...
I could do this all day.
Really? Then come and do it. If you can, then why not do it? Come here and help me. Come here and help me, man. You know, I need like 20 pieces like this one. I think the top we need to keep though, because I don't know what is going on here in the middle though. I think here there is another weird, you know, kind of... I mean, I understand they want it to look like if it's a plate, you know, on top of something. So at the moment we are at 1,400. I think 1,400 is a very good number. I think 1,400 we can probably live with this. I don't know what is this though. No idea. There is something inside. What? There is something inside that is never seen from the outside. What is that? Well, this one maybe we see. Yes, that one we see. I mean, is it really needed? I think that thing we can probably remove. Like, I think it's making it a bit too science fiction. The fact that it's going back. Like if he has a core, you know. Didn't I do this job already? I know, I did it on the other side probably, huh? I mean, the two sides are... Yeah, I did it on the other side. Yeah, so I think we need to redo the same, you know. All the merge, we need to redo it here. I mean, this one is very nice, I have to say. So, I'm a bit concerned in removing it, but no, I think it's fine. I think it's fine, we can kill it. I know that in 5 years from now, I will regret the lowering the poly count. I will say, if I had the original models now, at 7,000 poly, we can use it exactly as they are. I know that will happen. I'm already. I'm aware of that. I'm aware of that. But if we design a game now, I mean, if we release something now that is really requiring supercomputers, no, it's not gonna fly. I don't know what to do with this part. If I want to really collapse it, or if I don't want to collapse it. I'm mixed. I'm mixed feelings on that. I mean, it's evident there are a number of completely useless polygons like this one, right? They make zero difference in the real geometry. But this part at the bottom, I think if I kill it, I think it will look different. If I kill this part, I think it will look different. I mean, I can kill these ones, right? I mean, these ones I think no one will notice, but I can kill those ones, but the others I think I should not. There are some weird polygons here and there, but again, I think it's a reduction of a very high level model. So they probably took a ZBrush high level model and then they tried to decimate it, and kind of this is what they got. What do we do with all these faces inside? Well, all the faces inside are really invisible. I think we can really remove. I mean, I don't see any reason of keeping, you know, faces that are 100% inside the monument or whatever it is, this thing. All right, so I think we can really remove those faces. Now these ones, I think these ones are at least one of them is visible from the outside, which is the one in the middle, but it's the only one that is visible. I think all these faces are completely useless. I mean, all these ones, if you look at it from the outside, you see none of them is selected, so only the one in the middle is. There are really many. I think there is like a second layer of but for example, this one, you say this one is visible. Let me 1 second hide this ones and see what we get. Or maybe, well, hiding these ones. Okay, like this is more understandable. Yeah, we have all of this. This actually is used. I mean, what I left is actually used. Unfortunately. Yes, they are. I mean, this one is completely useless, by the way, but the rest it is actually used. You may say, does it really make a difference? Well, maybe not that much. I mean, is it really important, you know, to optimize things like this? Well, maybe not, but Oops. But I kind of like to do it, you know, to keep things clean and ensure that the models that we have in the game are, you know, added once and never touched again or whatever. I mean, if we have a model in the game, I want to feel good about that model. I want to feel like, yes, we optimized it, we did what we could. Hello, Agustin. Hi. So I think this is a good cleaning. We need to do the same on the other side. And yes, here we can optimize a few more, but I think it's not really worth it. It's not really worth the time. Okay, so all of this can go. Of this one, we said we keep only the middle one, right? And then I think I need to do the same trick, which is to hide these ones and see what's inside. We still have these two faces, this one and this one, that we can delete, and I think the rest has to stay. I'm doing the same changes that I did on the other side, so the object is like perfectly symmetrical. Okay, I think that is a good piece. I don't know what you think about it, but I think it's a good piece. Now, we will have to understand the texture. I don't think we can use the same texture. And I don't even know if I really want to keep this, because this is making him a bit too much science fiction, right? I think we can save as let's create a new thing. How do we call it? That's a good point. I think we should call it, or we call it Draken directly, but it's not really Draken. It's not really Draken. I mean, I can call it Draken. The problem with Draken is that it's in another place. I can call this thing... should we call it secret locations? But secret location... Fuck, I don't know how to call it. I don't know how to call it. I need a name for these things. We can call it Ancient Ruins, but there is already an Ancient Ruins, you say? It's down here. Ancient Ruins. We can call it Special Places, but it's too generic. We can call it Draken Buildings, but it's not really true. And these are not really Draken Buildings, but... we can call it... we can call it Vault of Ages. We can call it Vault of Ages and put all the pieces here, even if they don't really belong to the Vault of Ages, but let's call it Vault of Ages, okay? So at least I remember what it is. And by the way, this one is not a Vault of Ages, but it's the same architecture and is a piece that we can use there. This one we can call it just column 1. Column 1 I think is super good. So in terms of so at the moment we are at what, 1300 triangles. You know that I'm not really convinced about the this piece. So I'm trying to imagine for a second what it would be, right? What it would be if this piece is I don't know why it's doing that, but probably because I didn't pick the right because he has a front and back. Okay. No, but I'm thinking if this would be simply like this, you know, instead of being. I don't understand if this really has back faces. Yeah, it really has back faces. Why has back faces? No idea. This part is a real mess, by the way. I saved the file anyway, so the damages that I'm doing, I'm going to undo very soon. No, but what I'm thinking is, what if we remove that kind of inner piece, right, which looks very science fiction actually, and instead of that, because actually this game, I mean the Paragon thingy was obviously science fiction. Right? I think it's better. I mean, I think it's better for us. I think it's better for us. I mean, it's already very elaborate. You know, this piece is already very elaborate. And I don't feel we need more than this. So the difference is this one, right? This one compared to this one, right? I think I like my version more. I mean, it's simpler and now I think we have a lot to delete inside. Or not. Yeah, the problem will be replicating it on the other side, but I think I can do it somehow. No, all these faces are actually used. Wow. Is there any face? Is there any face which is useless? Yeah, there's still a bit. This See, this is the problem of the cleaning, you know, that when you try to simplify, then... No, but I think like this is fine. Do you think I can redo it on the other side exactly the same? Wow. I can turn on symmetry, but now it's too late. I think what I did... I don't know exactly what I did. I think what I did... I think I took this 3, right? I think I took those 3. No, not even. I think I took these 3. Well... Yes. Yes, I took those 3 and I brought them down, so basically everything that is below this becomes useless. But I don't know if I want to do it like this, because... Yeah, this was the reason why it was then doubled. Not very easy, boys. Fuck. Okay. I completely lost myself in the process. Ah, it's not the same. No. No, I fucked up. I mean, I think that those ones are exactly these ones, but... Yes, yes, they are. Well, yes and no, because actually there are 1, 2, 3, 4 in the middle. Should I just copy it? Maybe I should just delete this piece or split it in 2, and no, because it's not exactly... Well, it is symmetrical, is it? Is it perfectly symmetrical on the X or not? Maybe yes. Do you think it's perfectly symmetrical on the X? Like I can delete this and duplicate it? I mean, it kind of looks like, but... Mirror on the mirror on the Y. Well, yes, but it didn't keep the... What the... What? I don't understand what it did. Wait. 3D cursor. I have to say 3D cursor, otherwise... Okay. We lost the top. Why? Why we lost the top? No. No. Why we lost the top, boys? Why? Why we lost the top? No. When I deleted? Ah, fuck. Because the top is not... The top you cannot mirror. Really? The top you cannot mirror. The top. The top you cannot mirror? Why? A bit concerned, eh? I don't think if this will work now, because if I select only this piece and I try to mirror it now, I don't know if it will work now, for real. Also because we selected, yeah. Ah. So if I duplicate only this, and then I mirror only that, so the top will not match, or will it match? Oh, it seems it's matching. Oh, it seems it is matching. Now is the only problem. I need to remove correct face whatever when I do the mirror. Otherwise, I think something very crazy will happen. And the other problem is that now in the texture I will have the UV, because I'm pretty sure that the UV they did it separate between wow, what kind of texture are they? Yeah, the UV are fucked up. Okay, I understand. Some vertexes didn't merge. No, 0.01 is definitely too much. But I just wanted these ones to be merged. You see, they are not merging. Because it was not perfectly symmetrical. It was not perfectly symmetrical. Okay. I think we found the right threshold. I think we will have to redo anyway the UV. Unfortunately, it's a real pity. I hope to keep the UV. I really hoped that we could keep the UV. Okay, but now I like it even more, right? Because that thing in the middle, I think it was a bit weird. And I think it was too weird. I mean, do you like the piece or not? Tell me if you like it or not. Make a cut along the top. No, it's okay. I think we managed to... Yeah, you arrived a bit. Yeah, I'm sorry. No, I'm not reading continuously the chat, but... also because you go like quiet for days and then you speak. Yeah, we still have some useless stuff in here, I think. We have some useless... Let me see if the clean loose is working here. Because there is a clean. Ah, yes, it did it. The clean loose actually did it. Yes. Okay, nice. So we don't have to do it manually. The cleanup loose actually did the... Yeah, tell me if you like this piece or not, because maybe it's just me, but I think it's a very nice pedestal. I think I like it. Now, the beauty of this is that, for example, we may decide, you know, to do... now we are at 1,200 polygons, so which is very nice. 1,200, I think for this one is cool. I think we brought it down significantly. I think it was, I don't remember how much, but like 4,000 with the top. Now, I don't know what we will put in the top. That's a good question. That's a good question. But I also would like to investigate... let me save it like this, because I think it's good. I also would like to investigate if this one can be used as a different concept, right? So if I take everything and I scale it on the Z, if this one can become a full column, I think it will probably look a bit weird as a full column. I think it will look a bit weird. I mean, it's not really designed to be a column, right? But I mean, obviously we will have to change the UV. But at the same time, you know, it's not looking bad. I think it's not looking bad. I think we can cheat a bit and use it also as a column. What we may decide to do maybe is to take this and move it down. I don't know exactly how much, but probably like this. No. That part is a problem. Not too bad, not too bad. So I think we can have the columns and the altars of the same shape, right? Will I get Tulsa for the Saturday Unreal event? Yes, I can give it back to you. I'm not using him at the moment. I can give it back to you right now if you want. I'm not using it. Is character ID. Character ID. I need the account ID. Fuck, the account ID is 14. Because now it's assigned to me. I need no, but I can do it. I can do it. Because at the moment I know exactly what is the problem, so I don't need your character anymore. This is your account ID. This is your account ID. And okay, done. Done. So you should have it again. In theory, you should have it again. I'm not. Yeah, no, I'm sure. I think you have it again. I think you have it again. Okay. Okay. Now. Fuck. Fuck. Okay. Yes, I saved on top. Yes, I did. Again. Okay, so now, wait a second, right? So if we take this, now the problem will be the assignment of the materials, because, and I think that at the moment the UV is completely fucked up, completely, because I see what they did, but bro, I mean, what is this? What is this craziness? What is this useless craziness that they... I mean, why they... I don't know. I mean, why they even did it this way? But you know what? In any case, I mean, this is a bad mapping, but it's not a super bad mapping. Like, I think we can anyway use it. We can anyway use this stupid mapping somehow. Because anyway our material will be different. Our material will be anyway different. I think the only problem I have is the orientation, because this orientation actually should be like this. Yes. Otherwise, okay, let's have some fun. So now, which pieces we want to have with a different material? That's a very good question. Well. I think we can have these pieces be a separate material. We can have these pieces a separate material. I want to be an artist, boys. I want to be an artist. Please give me the illumination from the top. Put your hand on my head and make me an artist. Please. Okay, now I split it in a million pieces by purpose, okay? So that we can do all the tests that we want. Right? So we can do all the tests that we want with every combination, with every possible combination. Right? I did it just for fun, but also for study, because we want to study what we can build, right? What we can build. I have no idea where I put it. I see. I didn't have it selected, I guess. I guess just it was not selected. And so it didn't import anything. Okay. Okay. Boom. Holy dimensions. Okay. Well, maybe it's a bit too big, but it's fine. We can scale it. Luckily with static meshes, you know, there is no problem in scaling. Okay, so now we can do this. Boom. This drag and drop of the materials, by the way, is genius. I mean, it's super simple and it's super nice. Boom. 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 Look at this. Look at this, boys. I mean, that's a bit too much, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I like it. I mean, it's a bit too much metal. I know. It's a bit too much metal, but I mean, it's not bad. Hmm. 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 Wow. 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 Holy moly. Wow. This is like the simple version, you know? I mean, well, the simple version is this. So all stone except the top. But I think if we do this, we are really killing the beauty. We are really killing the beauty of this piece. Wow. I like it. I like it. I like it. I just have to think in plane shift terms for a second, okay? Because I'm getting carried away a bit by these materials, and I think it may look too weird, you know? It may look too weird for... Wow. Wow. I love it. I want 1 million of these things. It's so nice. I don't know, it's just nice by itself. I don't know. Now it's too science fiction, huh? Put dancing girls. Yeah. Hello, Tony. We're experimenting with secret stuff. We are experimenting. I mean, any combination looks good. I mean, any combination of these colors in any way, it looks good. It looks good nonetheless. I mean, whatever I do is looking nice. Whatever I do is looking nice anyway. I mean, it looks a bit like a robot. I know. It looks a bit like a science fiction robot. I know that. I'm aware of that. But But. Okay, let me try. Yeah, it looks a bit modern, right? I know. But this is a part. This is a part of the universe of PlaneShift that you never seen. It is a part of the universe of PlaneShift that will only surface sometimes, right? It's something that goes beyond the world where you are, right? These pieces will be only in super secret locations, and these ones are not made by humans. Can you change the material programmatically? Yes. And I can also have this guy move. And disappear in the ground. And then bzzz. I think this blue and steel is super cool, but is too much science fiction. Is too much. I think unfortunately I will not be able to use it like this. I think if I go gold and silver, it's definitely more doable, right? If I go gold and silver, is more reasonable, right? I think it is. Okay, let's try the column. Let's try the column. This is very nice anyway. I like it. Good piece. Good piece. I think we can use it. I think we can use it many different ways. Okay, let's do the same trick. Let's do the same trick of creating new materials. Right, so that we can then assign in Unreal, you know, whatever we want. Now here the UV will be really broken, but I think that with because I stretched it so much vertically, but I think that for the metal it will not really matter much. But obviously for the stone it will look very broken if I don't fix it. And obviously in the final piece we will not have 6 materials, okay? So this is just a test. So we will then reduce the number of material based on what is the final combination. Otherwise for the engine will be overkill, you know, to have 6 materials for such a piece. Boop. I think we scaled it 0.2 or something. Yes. I don't know if I like the fact that is... yeah, I think it's not bad. I think it's not bad. I think it's not bad. Now the problem is that I didn't do the UV, right? So if I put the stone, it will be completely fucked up. Yeah, you see. I think we can put the stone probably only at the bottom, not even. Yeah, I have to redo the UV of this guy, or it will be very broken. Very broken. The reason it's very broken, well, there are different reasons why it's broken. One is just pure scale. And pure scale we can fix easy. The other is the stretch, in particular the stretch of this piece, but I think that this one we can solve it because we have basically stretched it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 times, right? So if I scale it on the Y 4 times, maybe even 5. And then I take everything and I scale it up significantly like this. I mean, we will not get a perfect result, but I think we will get a usable result. Yes. Exactly. I mean, it's not great, but... I don't know why these materials are... I mean, I saved them. They are continuously changing, like if... But anyway. Because we have many permutations. Yes, but yeah. I mean, but it's good, no? I think there is a bit of a fuck up with the geometry here. It was not very visible in the small scale, but it started to be visible in the big scale of the column. Okay, let's go. Bow. Is reflecting even the gizmo. Look, is reflecting the gizmo. Okay. Well, that's a lot of metal. That's a lot of metal. But we can do better. That's a lot of metal. Wow. Wow. I don't know, maybe it's too much. But I still like it. I think the blue is very, I mean, it's very hard to use. I think the blue is very hard to use. I think in the column, you know, I think in the column we can probably keep everything stone. We can keep everything stone except maybe one slice only. So the idea would be, yes, to have like one slice metal. Wait, what happened? Yeah, to maybe have one slice metal, you know, just because. But keep everything else stone, otherwise it will really look too much. I mean, it will look super, you know, super weird. And I think at the end probably also this guy will be the same. Let me do this guy with the same. We cannot, because here we split these two materials, here we didn't. Okay. Anyway. You know, on this guy will be something like this. I think something like this is acceptable. I mean, he's already kind of heavy, but I think it's acceptable. I think we can accept something like this in our world, right? If I go more than this, I feel that it will start to look too much. Even if I'm so tempted, you know, I'm so tempted to use this, like, these dark ones on top of this. Oh my god. It looks so beautiful. I mean, any combination looks good. Whatever you do is looking good anyway. I think a touch of blue is super nice. Very cool. I don't know, I like it, boys. Let me try something. Wow. Wow. I think I like it even more like that. No, this one... I mean, this one can be the top of a column, but I think this one upside down looks weird. I mean, it looks like it's not designed to be upside down. This one looks weird upside down. I mean, it's still a nice piece, but it's like why is like this, right? So it's not really, unless we do all the bottom as stone and we do only the top as gold or something. Now this one doesn't have a top, that was the reason, but no, I think this one is good as it is. I mean, upside down looks very stupid. This one upside down looks interesting. I mean, at the end, it's kind of Gothic architecture, right? With this, I mean, this particular line is a bit of a Gothic, you know, window. But I think it looks better the opposite, though. I think both look better in their original form. Yeah, I think they do. I think both look better in their original form. Okay, anyway, these two pieces I think are good pieces. I think we will use it for something. I don't know for what, but I think they are good pieces, right? I like them. I like them both. Okay, let's move on. Can we use the top for something? Can we use the top? I don't know. Dwarven, Tony, you said you can put it down for dwarf crafts. I think that this series of pieces will be will be for the main plot, right? For the main plot of the game, and it will be related to areas that you can find in the game which are extremely rare and hard to access, where you will learn about the reason why you are in this world. Just to put it in very clear form. Can I use this piece for anything? I don't know. I think I can. Why is not going solid if I'm saying solid? That's strange. I'm not in X-ray, but still, when I go Z view, okay, anyway, we can, you know, I think we can use this for something, but what I'm thinking is to use it, to use only this piece, for example, right? So let's say that we have only these two pieces. Forget about, well, I don't know if you should forget, maybe not. I see. I see. We can reuse anything here, boys. Why not? I mean, modeling this stuff will take anyway quite some time. So if we can reuse, you know, why not? If we can get some ideas and reuse it. I mean, get some stuff and reuse it. Why not? Now the question is this too weird? It may be a bit too weird. Okay, so what I have in mind, I will show you now. What I have in mind is this. Bum, 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 bum. What I have in mind. Okay. What I have in mind. I'm thinking to a mechanism, okay? I'm thinking to a mechanism. Now, it can also be an eye of something, but I'm thinking to a mechanism, and I'm thinking to, maybe we can have only the top one and not the bottom one. I mean, I think the bottom mechanism is not needed. Do you have any idea why I'm seeing it like this with all the lines in X view, while I'm not seeing it like this when I go in? I mean, I'm seeing... You see, here I'm not seeing the backlines. As soon as I click on X, I see also the backlines. It's like when I'm in this view, the flat X view, is automatically, well, no, but anyways, it has a kind of a see-through. I don't know why it has this kind of see-through. Which is a bit weird. So I have to be slightly off the X to actually see it solid. But the idea would be... The idea would be, what if this thing is a kind of a door or mechanism or opening or something, right? With these controllers and such. The best would be that is centered. The best would be that is centered perfectly here, right? And every piece has the center there. Yes, exactly. Location X. Location X. Yeah, as long as the center is in 0, 0, 0, I think I'm fine. So if I rotate this, yes, it's rotating around this axis. Perfect. So what I want to say is, imagine that it is a door. Now, maybe you see only this piece, right? But imagine that this is a door, right? That maybe is closed, and then it opens up, right? This could even be a puzzle or a small trap or something, right? Like these petals. This I can even add a third one if we want. But these petals could slide, you know, in different positions based on levers or based on whatever you want, right? And we could even have 4 of them, or maybe 3 of them. I think I will have to change this part though. I don't know why. Yeah, they are... I mean, they are not really specular. Like, there is this thing, there is this curve here that I don't need. This curve here. I need it to be exactly like this. But I think I can fix it somehow, some way. I mean, I don't know, but I think I can. Because it's really made differently though, because this one is perfectly in line and this one is perfectly not in line. I mean, it's like not even in line at the top. And by the way, it's not symmetrical in any way. I mean, I can pull these vertices, but I was trying to find a better... because I cannot even pull them on the X, right? Unless we rotate this thing to be... yeah, maybe I can rotate this thing to be like this. And then I pull all these vertices on the Y axis. I don't know if it will look good or bad, probably bad. But we can try anyway. No. I don't think it will look as good as it was because now we flattened a bit this part. You see here. I mean, it's not as smooth because this part was not supposed to be like this. So in theory, you should have another polygon, at least on this part. right? That is cutting off here and is making that more round. But it's not the end of the world. I think is acceptable. I think it's acceptable. I'm not super happy because it's not. You see that it's not the same curve. Like this curve here is going places, but maybe we can do a small trick and use this geometry to ease a bit the curve, right? Slightly. I mean, it's not the same as, right? It's not the same, but I think it's fine. I think it's better. Yes, I think it's better. I mean, there is a bit of a spike here, but it's okay. No, I was saying, now that we have one petal, you know, that is... I don't like this thing. I mean, I think it's... I don't like the fact that it's open like that. So now that we have one petal, which by the way, we can also make bigger. We can make it maybe double or... But we could duplicate this petal and this petal could actually maybe be part of a small puzzle or something, right? We could have maybe 3 of them, and maybe you need to match the position to be able to go through. Maybe it is really the... Imagine that here you have the ground, right? Maybe you have the ground, so you don't see the bottom. What? Uh-oh. Are we... Wait. Are we upside down? I don't understand where we are. Wait. If I do Z and I go up... Okay, this is up and this is down. Okay, good. At least... I think I was kind of upside down before. But it's the same because it's perfectly symmetrical. So imagine that it is your ground, right? Imagine that it is your ground, right? And you see the only thing you so, and this could be an entrance. I mean, an entrance or the connection between two corridors, or it can be something in between corridors, and you have then these things that are like, you know, rotating, and the rotation can be like a trap, or it can be just something that opens. I think it will look very cool. I think it will look very cool. We just need to be sure that we are kind of matching, you know, the top with the bottom, but what do you think? Crystal light redirectors. I mean, we could have a crystal. We could have a crystal here. We could have a crystal in the middle, right? If we want, which makes light. So this will be like the top. This will be like the ceiling. So you will see the ceiling here. And you are as big as this. You know, you are like 1/3 of this in terms of sides. And we can... We could have... No, it's not very easy to make it quick, but it's not very easy to make it, you know. But randomizing a bit of these points, right, which I cannot make easily now, unfortunately, but you get the idea. Randomizing a bit these things. We could, you know, create a kind of a crystal thingy. Okay, I cannot make it. I mean, it takes too long to make it, and I don't want to make it, but there could be, you know, kind of a crystal structure coming from the top, right? I mean, not like that, but like a crystal, like a, you know, sharp crystal, and they can also can also emit light. But I think this is a good piece. I think we can use it. The only thing that I'm reasoning on is that maybe what I want is something different. Maybe what I want is maybe what I want is so in this case 2 will be enough, I guess. Or can be 3. Oops. Sometimes Blender. You know, it can also be something like that. So this is a wall, right? This one is a wall. This one is the ground. And you have just a closed area like that then, you know, opens up. That then opens up like that, right? And maybe you have a passage there, or you have something that where you can go through. I don't know. We can think about it. But I think this is a good piece. I think I will save it. I think it's good. We will save it as sliding doors, so sliding petals. I don't know what I want to use it for, but I think with maybe a crystal here, and this one maybe can also be changed, right? So we could have this one really be a kind of a column or a mechanism. I mean, we could have some mechanism around this, okay? But it really looks like a mechanism, like with gears. Goodbye, Marcelo. Good night. I mean, depends how tall it is, but I mean, the same can be done here if you want, right? Instead of the crystal, you could just have like a pillar in the middle. This version probably is best without a wall. This version is probably best in the middle of the room, right? In the middle of the room with some, yeah, some meaning. I don't know what. I think I prefer it cut it off like that, you know, cut like this, compared to compared to full. I think full looks more like a lantern or a, I don't know. It looks more like a strange, but like this can really become part of the level, right? It can be as big as you. Okay, that's a good one. I think I will use it. I don't know how, but I will use it. I think I will use it. Can we use other pieces of this guy? I don't think so. I think we used everything we could. I think we used everything we could out of this guy. Good boy. This guy helped us, huh? This guy helped us. Originally it was like this, look. And by the way, you see that he's using LOD. When I go away, you see that it's changing. When I go close, it's closing the gaps. Okay, what else we have in this thing? Well, this one is just a column. I don't think we have any use of this thing. I mean, it's just a column. So, I mean, we can make a column and I don't know. Now there is this monster here. Look at this. Look at this, boys. Look at this monster guy. Wow. Wow. I think if we remove these pieces, if we remove this, remove this, remove this, I think it can be perfect. Unfortunately, it is not back. And we will definitely change the texture. Right? But I think it's not bad at all. What do you think? I mean, there is still a lot of work to do on each of these pieces, like texturing better, but at least we are starting from something, right? And I will delete the other qualities because usually they kind of destroy it when they create the LOD because they do it automatically. Why saying the location is 000? It's definitely not in 000. Okay. I don't know. For some reason, he thinks he's in 000, but it's not. I mean, probably the piece has really been created in a weird location. It's just the Y, I think that is, yes. The rest I think is fine. Now, I think that these things are really not plane shift at all. Wow, the resolution. So I think they look weird. I don't like them. I think that I would like to just delete them. I don't feel they are. They look a bit Maya. I don't feel they are proper. The problem is that if I delete that piece, I think I will leave a hole. While these ones are separate and I can kill them, no issue. I think this piece in the middle, if I delete it, I think something bad will happen. But we can try. Yes, we just leave a hole. That's it. What if we remove the wall piece? I mean, obviously that cross lines, those cross lines were very interesting, and they were very nice. I know. At the same time, no, maybe they were too good, huh? Maybe they were too good. I don't understand why here there is empty space if anyway at the back there is nothing. So it's like this piece is like constructed. You can only see it from the outside, or what? I know there's empty space because I deleted those lines. Oh, okay, that's why. Because I mean, I like it, but at the same time I don't. I like it, but at the same time I really don't. I don't like, for example, I don't like this curve. This one. I mean, the one of the top, yes, but the one of the inner one, I really don't like it. This, I mean, this piece, right? This piece curvature on the Z, I mean, this curvature, so weird. It looks like it's stretched, you know, it doesn't look like it's a building that is made. I don't know, it looks strange. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me the way it is. Can I what was the tool for the cage thingy? The cage mesh deform. Or lattice. Because basically what I need to do, I need to push it on the side. I need to push here and push here proportionally, and basically straighten a bit this curve that I don't really like, that I really don't like. I mean, I could do it with proportional editing, but I could do it with this. But proportional editing is always a bit weird because it's working. I mean, compared to what you selected, is changing the rest. Compared to what you selected, is changing the rest. I don't know. This... And also, I think it's a bit too much, you know? It's a bit too many... Too many... sections. I don't know, probably at the end I just don't like it. Probably at the end I just don't like it. Yeah, I think I don't. I mean, this part, so just the end, just the outside portal, I think is reasonable. But is there really any value on is there really any value on a room like that? Well, I mean, at the end is a flat ground with because I don't like that ground anyway. So a flat ground or nearly flat with wow. Yeah, there is a bit of a mess of vertexes. I mean, I should delete all of that. But no, I'm thinking if we should use this piece or not, or how to use it, because to me it's a bit too much. You know, it's like I mean, too many pieces, too many faces, too much everything. It really doesn't want to select that, huh? Okay. Okay. No problem. I'm trying to see if I can get something good out of this, but I mean, the shape of the room inside can be interesting, but this portal, I mean, not bad, but can we have the back facing? No, huh? Getting the back facing is also always a problem in this software. I don't know why. I basically need to click on every single one and go back facing. Do you have any ideas, guys, on this one? What? I mean, how do you see it? How do you see it? I think that only this piece is maybe usable. Maybe usable. Only this piece. I mean, it's very round, but we can, you know, I mean, if it's a kind of a cave or something, we can then mess up a bit with these vertices, you know? So we can make it less less precise, you know, and we can make it more like a cave. That we can do, and we can just leave the entrance clean, right? Just leave the entrance clean. This block at the top, I think is okay. You could use it. What I don't like is the everything else, you know, like this. I mean, it's too big. First, it's too big. I mean, if this is the entrance, you know, why you are gonna make such an overstructure, you know, on top of that entrance? I mean, it looks like insanely big. So if this is an entrance of a cave or something, so it means that you are as tall as this piece, right? So this is like 2 meters. I mean, this is what, like 20, you know, I don't know. I mean, it makes no sense. The scale makes no sense. The scale makes no sense. For us, it makes no sense. I'm saying for us, eh? And probably for the original design. For the original design, it made sense, but I mean, if we want, we could salvage, you know, this piece, and we could go. We could go. What I'm thinking to delete basically all of this, right? But keep I think it still looks too much science fiction anyway, so this line in particular. I don't know. I mean, we could have only a small part of that, so it could actually finish here, right? It could finish at this level. I don't know if I can select it properly, but let's say like this, right? It could finish here, but I think it still looks too symmetrical, too science fiction. I think at the end we cannot reuse this piece. I mean, it's very nice, but it's a bit too much. I don't know. Let's move on. I will think about it, but I don't think we can reuse it. I mean, it's a nice piece, but I don't think we can. I don't think we can. It's too weird. It's too, maybe because it's too characterized, really, and it doesn't fit in our world. And okay. Other pieces, well, these pieces are not really useless to us. I mean, they're just. Also, this one, we may look good, but at the end is just a stair with some So I don't feel we should use any of this. These are other stairs, more stairs, more stairs, more platforms. Holy fuck, it's rotating. Look. There is texture. I think there is a texture rotating. Very interesting. Sell it on the marketplace? What do you mean? It's already on the marketplace. I got it from the... This thing, I don't know what we can use. I mean, this thing is nice, but I don't know. I mean, the only thing we could use it for is the grate here, which is very nice. But I don't know if it's... Let me see. Probably is a no anyway, but let's try 1 second, okay? Let's try 1 second. What time is it? It's nearly midnight, huh? Okay, so this piece, so the only, wow, the Polycount, boys. Holy Polycount. Okay, but anyway, that we can somehow fix. Okay, so don't be scared about that. I mean, the only piece that I'm looking at is this one. Because the rest is basically useless. The rest is completely useless. But this one, I think it's kind of nice design. And it's kind of a nice design. I mean, it's very symmetrical. It's very symmetrical. Probably too much. It looks like the wheel of a car somehow. But, you know, if we want to have an area that is a bit special, you know, and we could have, you know...
Those methods, pure invention. Only work in legends and fables.
We could have a plane, right? Which is actually below this thing. So imagine a plane below this, right? Which can be whatever you want. And then I would say this could be closed as a platform, right? I mean, this could be a platform by itself, and what happened? Because the plane is actually part of the... Okay, wait.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a plan. I don't know, guys. I'm thinking. I'm just reasoning on this, but I'm just reasoning on this. I don't know. It could be, maybe it's a bit too big compared to the center. So I would I mean, I think I don't like the proportions. That's my issue. Yes, I don't like the proportions. I mean, assuming that this is kind of an altar thingy, right? What? It's not centered. Fuck. Why didn't take everything? Fuck. Apart that is obviously too high poly, but that we can change. I mean, I have so many issues with this. I have so many issues with this. Well, I mean, can I scale view? I mean, already better, but the point is that this basically needs to be redone completely. Okay, I thought I could get something out of this, but probably the answer is no. I mean, we could have a kind of a area, you know, where you have a pedestal like this, and but this part needs to be way bigger, you know. So like this needs to be here, you know. I mean, I'm exaggerating, but right, so it's the opposite of what it is. It's basically the opposite of what it is. So there should be way larger passages, okay? And yeah, I know I'm doing a mess, but way larger passages where you can walk. And then yes, you can see the bottom, which I think is nice. It's nice that you can see a bit of the bottom. And here there can be an area where we have statues or other stuff. I don't think it should be so square. I think the fact that it's so square is a problem. So I think we will have to, you know, probably modify is, yes, his sides to be a bit more interesting from the two sides, right? And maybe we will even, you know, we will even cut it off. Pain. We will even cut it off and just use half of it. Right. So basically this has to be redone completely. Yeah, I think it's useless. As it is it's useless. I mean, I have some ideas how can I create something that is interesting for us, but again, it will have to be, you know, larger avenues. Larger avenue, yeah, something like that, right? Larger avenues, and then maybe makes sense. And this could be used. The problem is that we need a very large area, because if there is, I mean, if you can see through, means there is something below it, and well, can also be a jump into the nothingness, but I don't know. I think it's useless. I mean, it's very nice, cool idea, but completely useless. These things are too symmetrical. We cannot use them to walk unless it's huge, you know, unless this thing is 100 meters by 100 meters. So, probably no. This is just a gear of some kind, so useless. This is like just a gear again, useless. Wow. These are what? These are like huge, huge rocks. Zero usage of those. Also because they probably are so high poly that is, I mean, I will have to basically destroy them. Yeah, look at this. I will have to basically destroy them to actually make them usable, and it's easier to remake them. So very nice, but I would say useless. This thing's I think the same. Useless. I mean, we obviously could use something like that, right? In theory, you know, you can make like a broken bridge, and you can make one next to each other, and but I always have a problem with the curve of these objects. You know, the curve is extremely precise, and is not fantasy, you know, it's not fantasy in any way. I don't know, it's too, I don't know, it's too round. Is, I mean, here on top, yes, they did a lot of variations, so here on top is nice, right? This piece is nice because he has a lot of variations, but here, I mean, why this shape? I mean, it cannot be a bridge, it cannot be nothing, it can only be a monument. But again, the question is why someone would build a monument with this precision without any idea behind, right? Without any design, or I don't like it. I think it's looking weird. These pieces useless. These pieces, well, this one at least, you know, if you take the upper part, like from here down, if you only take like, yes, from here to there, now somehow, yeah, maybe from here to there, If you take only this piece, right, it's not too bad. But useless. Completely useless, boys. Useless, useless, useless. What is this thing? What is this? Why someone should build something completely round and vertical like this? What do you do inside of this? You have your hamster running or what? I mean, what is this? Why? The question is why. Maybe if you put it horizontal, maybe if you put it horizontal, you have a bit more chances that it could look like, I don't know, a tower. But no way. Nah, all these pieces are useless. Useless, 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 useless. Useless. What is this? Useless. Useless also because the only good part of this is the texture, but the texture is so characterized, you know, with this symbol that we cannot really use it. So, and it's only the texture. It's basically only the texture, the good piece. This useless. This I don't know. What are these things? What is this? There's some water. Ah, they are eggs. Ah, they are eggs. Eggs. They are eggs. I mean, I like the eggs, but then why this? I mean, okay, the eggs, but this two thing is so shiny. And this kind of eyes with a smiley face. I don't know. Yes, they are eggs. These eggs are actually nice. Should we get the texture for the eggs? I don't know if we will ever use it, but I think it's a nice texture for an egg. It's called Dino Nest, so it's probably a dinosaur's nest, right? I mean, the egg is not bad. For the great savage Kikiri, yes, you have a giant Kikiri which is like 3 meters tall and is in this, you know, in these eggs. Absolutely. Nah, but the texture is shit. The texture, I mean, it's not shit because it's super high quality, but is 4K texture, but the egg part is only this. So if it was a separate object, maybe we could get it for, you know, for free. But here you need to cut off this piece. I mean, it's more work than just making a new egg. But I think it would be nice to have eggs in the game. To have some eggs that sometimes you find. Ah, yes, it's probably an hatched egg. Ah, yes, you are right. So it's an egg that opened, and it is the liquid. I mean, it's very unlikely that the liquid is so full compared to the borders, but okay. Then we have this, which is like a, I don't know, a vegetable soup where you just remove the box and you just leave the soup in the middle. Let me see this guy in another way. Well, there is a nice mechanism. There is a nice mechanism. Can I do something with this? Can we do something with this? Probably not. I'm thinking, but can we do something with this guy? Because it's not even a mechanism like the gears are like, you know. No, we cannot do anything with this. This useless, completely useless. Useless. Oh my god, what is this? I mean, this one is not bad. I mean, I don't know what I can use it for, but it's not bad. You know, the problem of this, I mean, this artist, whoever, because this artist is the same one that created all of this. I mean, it's very evident. So they decided that the perfect circle was a thing, okay? They decided the perfect circle in this game was a thing. So it was a design element, right? But a perfect circle is very boring. I mean, it's essential, right? It's basically as essential as it can be because it's just one circle. I mean, there is no ideas around that. But then they added this part at the bottom, which makes it a bit more interesting. It could be an entrance to something for us. But my big problem is the top. I mean, my big problem is this part, right? My big problem is this part. Now, can I change it to make it usable? Maybe. Maybe I can change it to make it usable. But the point is, if I have to basically redo it, then it's not really useful. Because the problem here is I don't know. I think that I think I realized, you know, that the perfect circle is what is a problem for me with these assets. The perfect circle is really an issue for me. Because it's too much. It's so perfect that it becomes too much. It becomes insane, you know? It becomes like, what? Why so perfect? Right? So you're looking at it and you can say, okay. Then you look at it another time and you say, how can it be so perfect? Humanly created, right? Now, we are trying to say that some of these pieces have been created by the gods. Okay, apart from the resolution, which is insane. And by the way, it's all duplicates because I see that Blender is complaining about it. No, it's not all duplicates. I don't know. The rendering was like trembling. So when it's trembling like that, it's usually because you have double geometry, right? But anyway, can I make something out of this? Well, assuming that my what? assuming that the mirror on the X is gonna work. Okay, it is work. At least the mirroring. I mean, being a perfect circle. And considering that this shape as it is not what we want, we could say thank you, mirror, by the way. I mean, how is this mirroring things? It's not mirroring shit. Mirror. Look at the right side. But anyway, let's look only at the left for a second. The point is that if I make it less perfect, but more interesting, the problem is that anyway I will not use the outside. I mean, I can use the inside as an entrance to something, but I will never use the outside, so it's probably completely useless. It's completely useless because I will never have such a thing by itself, you know, with the outside. I think I will never have it. So even if I improve a bit the shape like this, so it's not a perfect circle anymore and it's more interesting, I think I would never use it. Next! Next, there are these useless thingies. I mean, this one is not bad. This one we can use it as an altar or something, right? This one we can, I think. The point is that I guess the polycount of this guy is insane, as usual. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. But anyway. Absolutely ridiculous. But nah, it will take me more time, you know, to... But I think it's a good idea in the sense that the way the stones are split and the way the kind of altar is positioned, I think it's not bad. I mean, I think it's simple but kind of effective. It just misses like a stair here on the side, right? I don't know if we can steal. I don't know if we can steal a stair. But this is a single piece, so we cannot. GG. I mean, we'll have to separate it, but I mean, my point was if I mean, it will never look right. I have to split it, but wow, also the center is like in the middle of nowhere, so I cannot move it. GG! No, I can move it from here. Okay, I'm in. You understand what I mean, right? So if there was a kind of a stair coming in and the outside was not existing, but useless. What is this? This looks like a spaceship. Look at how the material is changing based on the warp position. No, maybe it's just the reflection. Maybe it's not, because certain materials... This one, huh? This one... I mean, it's the same symbol, it's the same A symbol or whatever it was that we had before, we have seen before, right? So it's the same symbol, but it's not bad. I don't know how to use this, but it doesn't look, I mean, we will have to obviously change this. The problem is this symbol A. What do you think? Probably not. Do we need portals like that? Because this portal seems to be already sculpted, you know, with enough. There is always this circle thingy, but in the case it's a portal like that, I think it makes sense. We can reduce the Polycount. The problem is that these runes are not our runes, so probably will not work. But I don't know. This could be interesting, but I would probably scale it a bit. I don't know how much, but I mean, I would probably use it like that, you know. Use it like this instead. But it's not bad, huh? This one is not bad. We could use it as a cave entrance or I need to lower the Polycount. I need to cut it off. I need to lower the Polycount. I need to stretch it on the Z125, but now I also need to go. Wow. Okay, I need to go, boys. It's late. There are a lot of these ones that we could potentially use with the same technique, you know, with the same technique of cutting off and you know, like this. I think is usable. Like this is very usable. Hello, Eric. Hello, Eric. Thank you for the follow. I think this one and the other one are actually usable. We will have to change probably the texture, but I don't know, because this texture is not too bad. We will have to lower the Polycount because this Polycount is just ridiculous. But these ones are too closed, so no. This one, I don't know what is the purpose of this really. Who will ever build something like that? Unless again is this. And then maybe, right? But even then, no, but those two, I think we can do something with those. These two, I think I can think about it, and this one, it seems a bit too thick. You know, seems a bit too thick. This one I think is perfect in terms of shape, size, variations. This one looks a bit too thick, so this one we will have to probably scale it significantly to make it look usable by humans. Something like this. Because yes, the entrance needs to be. Yeah, but anyway. I think these two we will use. What's the Polycount at the moment? Wow, the Polycount of these pieces is ridiculous. Ridiculous. This is, you know, taken from Paragon. So these guys were thinking we're thinking ultra PC, right? I mean, this thing is 14,000 polygons, right? 14,000, this thing. Which probably they use as one of the hundreds of pieces of the environment, right? Well, they plan to use it because then Paragon didn't release, but I mean, this polycount makes no sense to us. To a single player game, maybe, but still, there is no reason for this. If you lower it like less than 50%, right? Less than 50%, like 35%, you will basically have the same result. Unless this thing is very, 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 very big, and then if it's very big, okay, maybe it makes sense, but they don't care, you know. They are designing games that are AAA games, and you are used, you know, to run the game and see that the game doesn't run. If you don't have, you know, if you put everything at ultra, you know, or epic, you already know it will never run. It will run on the PC that are like 5 years from now. So, okay, boys, we still have some pieces to go. You see, there is all these pieces that we should check. So we'll probably do it in the next, not tomorrow. Tomorrow I will not be here, but I will be here Saturday afternoon, European time. I will be here. And also Sunday I will be here. So you want to reduce poly? Reducing poly is very simple. You go in Blender, you import the object in Blender like this. You see this monster Polycount, which is at the moment, well, this one is not even too bad, but anyway, it's 7,000, you know, and you just click on decimate, and usually decimate is doing a decent job at reducing poly count. So like, for example, this is nearly 10 times less. Okay, this is nearly 10 times less of what we had. And if I apply, you know, it's still looking pretty good. This is 10 times less, right? And shape-wise is kind of fine, apart from this part that I destroyed myself, right? But I mean, obviously it's not as the original. And then there are some techniques, you know, you can decimate by sections. I mean, you can basically help decimate to lower the poly count. Yes, it looks easy. Yes, it is kind of easy. Depends on the, now this is a very simple shape. There is a very simple shape, so it's also easy for that. But for example, I don't know, if you have a border like that, you can decide to, you know, take out the border, have decimate work only on the rest of the geometry, and then put the border back. I mean, there are some techniques that you can use. I use decimate a lot quite a bit in the past, so I know a bit how to do it. And it is the reason why I'm looking at these assets. You know, otherwise they would be completely useless. Consider that this set, you know, this thing plus well, there is also more stuff that we need to look, but there is more stuff, but you know, this package is 14 gigabytes. Okay, 14 gigabytes. So, I mean, just to give you a sense of how these people are thinking, right? So one character in Paragon in their game that again never released and will never release because they abandoned it, but one character is usually from 2.5 to 2.5 gigabytes, 3 gigabytes, right? One character. Imagine loading in memory. Imagine having 100 characters, you know, loaded in. I mean, obviously, they designed it to be a 5 versus 5 game, I think, or a 4 versus 4 game. So look at how much time it's taking only to load the map, right? And my PC is a good PC. Did you also change the UV? Yes. Then, well, in Blender there are ways to keep the UV alive while you are doing the decimate. So you can decimate and keep the UV, but I mean it's not always working, right? So sometimes you need then to adapt it. But there are ways to fix that as well. So there is another set of assets that we can look at maybe tomorrow, no, maybe Saturday. And we can see if we can salvage any of this. Maybe some pieces we will. I don't know, we will see. Okay, boys, it's time to go. If you can click on follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube will be nice. Also, if you want to support the game and what we are doing, you can go to patreon.com/planeshift, where we have a website where you can support the game, and you can also get access to the alpha. And you have 3 tiers and such, and it gives you also Discord access to the supporters channel, some perks and stuff like that. Okay, so I'm gonna go. See you boys next time. See you guys. Bye bye. Bye bye. Have a good night. Have a good night. Have a good night.